Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video we will see how to use an Azure App Service environment part 2. In the previous video we see how the scaling works, about the IP addresses, front-end scaling and the app access. Now let's discuss how does publishing work in an ASE. So in an ASE, as with the multi-tenant app service, you can publish by these methods: web deployment, FTP, configuration, integration, drag and drop in the Guru console, and through any IDE such as Visual Studio, Eclipse or IntelliJ IDEA. So let me just quickly log on to the portal and take it from there. I'm into the portal. So if you would see here, so the deployment is still in progress. Deploying an ASC takes time. So if you go to home and here you click on app service environment. This is 2 and you see here .p. It means that it's an external, and this one, duplicate tab so that I can show you the difference. You go here, this is the one. This is internal, appservice.environment.net. This is external, which is .p. I should have named it external. No problem. So if you click on apps, it is still in the process of configuring. That is why we do not see it. But like you deploy the web app, so let me check web app. Still deploying. So within external ASE, these publishing outputs all work the same way. So when you talk about external, this is your external. So this deployment works in the same way, but with an internal load balancer ASE, the publishing endpoints are only available through the internet load balancer. The internet load balancer is on a private IP in the ASE subnet in the virtual network. So if I show you the virtual network in which I have deployed these ASE, internal or external, but I have created different subnets. So if I go here, this is my virtual network. These are my subnets. So this is my internal subnet. This is the external subnet. So if you will check my internal subnet, so this is the range of the internal subnet, right? So this is the subnet that I created. And your internet-based CI systems like GitHub and Azure DEVOPS don't work within Internet Load Balancer ASE because the publishing endpoint is not internet accessible. We can enable publishing to an ILB ASE from Azure DEVOPS by installing a self-hosted release agent in the virtual network that contains the ILB ASE. Alternatively, we can also use a CI system that uses a pull model such as Dropbox. And the publishing endpoints for apps in ILB ASE use the domain that the ILB ASE was created with. We can see it in the app's publishing profile and in the app's portal plane. So let's say if I go to my ILB and if you want to check it, you can see the properties. Here, sometimes I don't know why does it take, this is your resource ID of your ILB ASE. And when it comes to storage, an ASE has 1 terabyte of storage for all the apps in the ASE. An app service plan in the isolated pricing SKU has a limit of 250 gigs. In an ASE, 250 gigs of storage is added per app service plan up to the 1 terabyte limit. So we can have more app service plan than just 4, but there is no more storage added beyond the 1 terabyte limit. And when it comes to logging, we can integrate our ASEs with Azure Monitor to send logs about the ASE to Azure Storage, Azure Event Hubs, or Log Analytics. So let's say if you want to see the ASE health here. So you say network security group is healthy, and your route table, service endpoint, subnet routing. It shows you the health of your ASE. And when it comes to logging, you can select the diagnostic settings here. And you can add a diagnostic setting for your app service environment. So it does not matter if it's an external or an internal app service environment. We can set the logging and we can send it to the log analytics workspace, storage account, or to the event hub. This is same provided as you have an app service environment. Some of these situations would be ASE subnet is almost out of space, ASE is approaching total instance limit, ASE suspended, ASE upgrade has started, etc. And this is where we will enable the logging. And when it comes to upgrade preferences, if you have multiple ASEs, you might want some ASEs to be upgraded before others. Within the ASE, we can set a value of upgrade preference, and we can set the value of the upgrade preference setting by using a template. So the value none, Azure will upgrade your ASE in no particular batch. Early, your ASE will be upgraded in the first half of the app service upgrades. Late, your ASE will be upgraded in the second half of the app service upgrade. So if you are using http://resources.azure.com, you have to follow the steps to use the upgrade values. So let me show you how. So you go to resources.azure.com. Let it come here. So the URL is resources.azure.com, and you go through the resources to subscription to your ASE name. So my subscription, my resource group, ACRSG, resources, and so this is my test sir ILB2. This is my external ISE. This is my internal ISE. Right. So you can select read and write on the top. So this is read only. You can select read and write. Here you can select edit. This is my directory. Let me check the edit option. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Create documentation. So you can edit these options. And if I tell you the upgrade preference here, not here, or if you go to subscription resource group providers, providers, Microsoft.web, your ILB2 or whatever it is, and you see the upgrade preference option here. So it is mentioned upgrade preference none. So you can click on edit and you can change the upgrade preference value to none, early or late. So if I select none, so my Azure from the backend will upgrade my ASE in no particular batch, and then I can click on save, and after deleting it, I don't want to do it, I can click on cancel, right? And if you want to delete an ASE, so you go here, this is your RG, this is the already configured, you will get an option here, click on delete, it will ask you, and then you can click on OK here, it will delete it. I will not delete it because I have to complete few laps. And if you want to be very sure what are your prices, go on to the cost management and billing section and keep checking your expenditure on the Azure regularly so that you will not get charged. I'm talking of, after my personal experience, I forgot to delete and to make a note of the resources that were configured, and I was charged really huge. It's your job to track the resources usage expenditure to keep the cost below the budget, right, or within the budget. So I hope this was informative for all of you guys. If you have any queries, please mention them in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.